Money growing on trees, hanging on palm, spilling. Code 3 on 4, she don't want a 16. Renegade on the make it. Buy a trees, no love. I'm asleep with my.
We're looking live at a beautiful fly-in to Everbank Field in Jacksonville. And even if you close your eyes, Brock, you'd still know exactly where you were by the rallying cry of the Jaguar faithful in the stands. The punter Tress Way set to get this one started. And we're underway from Everbank Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10.
All right, let's go. All right, here we go. It's a hunt. Hey, I'm gun. Red.
Lawrence going to throw straight away here. Taken in by Noah Fant. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that kick? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Red.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Right.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he's going to be bottled up after taking it down to the 43. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Counter give to Etienne. And a massive hit at the end of that play. Oh, baby. But he hangs on through it. Still able to get that 1st down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34.
Here we go.
Lawrence now off the play action. Taking the deep shot there on 1st down. Okay, no luck connecting. It's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with them in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down.
Lisa 24.
Back to throw. Here's Lawrence. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
Rip, 23. Go, let's go.
They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. This ball's cut by Palmer. They get to him, and he loses the football. It's out! And he recovers his own mistake. He can keep going here. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
You know what? Everybody on the field is going to make mistakes. The key is to clean that up as quickly as he can. Ball carrier loses possession, but he doesn't panic and lose composure. Instead, well, he hops on the ball, and he saves the day.
They'll run. Etienne. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Give him just 1 yard, I think, on the run. Still some work to do here on 2nd and goal.
Okay, all right. There's a little progress on 1st and goal. You keep it safe, you push a little closer, and now you're set up for what you want to do on 2nd down.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard on the pickup. That leaves him with 3rd and goal at the 6.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Henry To'o comes up with it.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 3-yard line.
They're out and set. 1st and 10. Blown back gets the handoff. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
47. Here we go, 47. 26.
Dak now from the gun. Looking. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Of all the ways the first points could go up on the board, a safety, well, it's one of the more rare and least likely, and we nearly saw it right there. What a great spot for the aggressiveness of that defense. And the QB, well, he nearly obliged them by dancing way too close to the goal line. We're still scoreless, but just barely.
Get the fullback involved here. And he's got it up to the 10. A nice 7-yard pickup there. It's going to be 4th and 2. The Patriots have their punting unit out. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. And that punt reaches 50 yards. And it'll be Jaguars football. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42.
Hey, run! Red.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Gets this to Fant. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Hey.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Complete on the option. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. ETN. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Jaguars go up 6-0 here in the 1st. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Little able to connect on the point after. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30.
At their own 30-yard line.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah, there we go. I think.
They'll run the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
Here we go, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 44.
Play action, Prescott. And the Jaguars are there. He's all down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
Yeah, let's give some credit to the defense here, Kate, right? We talk about explosive plays. Every offense is looking for them. But when a defense can go back-to-back, Jack, with the tackle for loss and a sack, well, they're more than doing their job.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long.
47.
Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And consecutive sacks have them staring at a tough fourth down. So they bring Chris Way back out there for another punt. Fair catch called for and taken just beyond midfield. So no return on that punt. And it's going to be their football coming up. The Jaguars in a good starting spot for this drive. Coming up, 1st and 10.
Here we go, sir.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. We will not get another. Back for the second quarter. It's Jaguar football. They've got 1st and 10 here, looking to add to their lead. Now give. It's ETN headed left. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry. Bring it up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. That's why they got the home run derby. But you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage. He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Rip, 23. Check. 11, again. Silver.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. He'll try to connect on a 50-yarder. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was hit great. It sails on through without incident.
The wind was at a sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
1st down. Here's Dak. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And it's a touchdown as he brings it back for the pick 6. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to the air. Prescott after that pick. He's going to push one. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. And the Jaguars take over on his 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful, right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. And this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
1st and 10 from the 41.
Check. Hey, go. Go.
Inside handoff goes to Etienne. At the 20. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars parlay the interception into points. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get 1, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars make it a 24-point ball game. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. He'll bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah!
They bring their tight end left. Here's Prescott, 1st and 10. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. There's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down. Press way on to punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. And that punt hits and kicks out of bounds beyond the opposing 35.
At their own 31-yard line.
They've got 1st down from the 31.
Hey, Lion. Here we go. Hey, Jupiter.
Here's Etienne to begin the drive. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Connects with Fant. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
At the 45-yard line.
11, Agate.
Here's ETN on first down. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Christian Barmore with the play. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here we go, 2nd and 9. Escapes the pocket. He takes it himself. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Oh, that just sucks the wind out of a defense. So demoralizing. So many guys do things the right way, only to see a quarterback evade the pressure and go get that first down anyway.
Out of the gun, a give to ETN. And he's going to fight his way forward for a modest pickup to the 43. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Lawrence working from the gun. Throw reeled in by Thomas. And he's going to be taken down a yard shy of the 25. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's a Jaguar first down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
11. Here we go.
From the gun, ETN gets it. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. First down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
We're at the 2-minute warning now from Everbank. The Jaguars hoping to grow their lead before halftime.
Hey, easy. Ralph. Silver.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This defense needed that, Kate. Just something good to happen. Creating a negative play. You never know when this thing could turn in the NFL. And that sack is exactly what the doctor ordered.
11. Sink right. Silver.
Throwing is Lawrence on 3rd down. He has the fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. But the Jaguars get back on top of the loose football. They're keeping possession. Well, you don't like to see the fumble, but hey, at least they were able to be the ones to recover it, and they keep possession.
Yeah, and I think the key there was to stay calm through the chaos. Cooler heads prevailed. It got him the ball back.
The kick by Shudak is good. And special teams convert to get them a little something out of that possession.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Only half a minute to go in our half. Let's see how they begin the drive.
Yeah, here we go.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Oh no, they get him yet again. And the Jaguars will take over as he records his first interception of our season.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
That's Thomas. He's got it. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend? Do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st down from the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A first and goal pass, yeah, it can be an active surprise at times, but let's give some credit to this defense and the coverage in particular. They stayed focused and locked in on those routes, giving that rush plenty of time to get home, and now make second and goal much, much more difficult.
Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars get more points to end a lopsided first half. Well, partner, with the increased focus on receivers now in the ground game, the jet sweep, it's a weapon all 32 teams and coaches have to rely on for offense. And for the good ones, it can be a lucrative play to have ready, too.
Yeah, lucrative on the scoreboard, certainly, Caden. Don't forget about lucrative for the wallet, too. Next time his agent's at the negotiating table, he's going to be sure to bring plays up like that one. To mention the value he can bring beyond the work of just catching the football.
From his own end zone, here we go. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
They've got first and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. Drops to a knee, clock's gonna run unless that defense burns one of its 2 remaining timeouts. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half.
For the Jaguars.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah!
Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's caught after a gain of about 2. It was Osa Odigizua in on the tackle. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up second and 8. Off the play fake, hits Prescott. That throw comes up short. Need a little more muscle on that one. Trying to find his tight end. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Complete beyond the marker. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Setting up the running back screen. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, Prescott. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's a New England first down.
Here we go! Wait! Hey, chill!
They kick the running back in motion. Dak throwing again. And oh, he got it! Interception! Jordan Battle with the INT.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
They're out and set, first and 10.
Hey, lion!
Up the middle they go with Bigsby. And what a hit there. Ouch, she faced the press for moving the chains that time.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Give now to the running back. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Here we go,
Back to the well again. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A couple yards on the run. It's 3rd and 6 now.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
And that one's too far in front of them, so now they're facing 4th down.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. That punt goes 63 yards. And the Pats will take over. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Yeah! Here we go. 20.
Dak off the play fake. And they pick him off again. And the Jaguars get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
This is a lonely place. And I don't know how many walking the planet have thrown 5 picks, but I'll raise my hand. I did it in an Apple Cup. And it is a lonely, humbling feeling. Everything that could go wrong, well, it's gone wrong for this quarterback today. And I hope that's the last time we see him throw a pass in this one.
And that's only 1 yard up the middle. Got to be 2nd down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Silver.
They go right back to ETN. And he's brought down for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hey, easy. Route,
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Silver.
Running right is Bigsby. And he doesn't get this one very far, down to only about the 18. 1 yard on the run. It's going to be 4th and 10.
Cam Little on for the Jaguars field goal. A 35-yard attempt.
The kick by Shudak is good. And a fairly insurmountable lead grows by 3 more.
So many of these players on the field, Kate, they just strive for consistency, but not the kickers. They strive for perfection, and so far, he's just that.
And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 30-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 30.
Yeah! Here we go!
They send the tight end in motion left.
26.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Caleb Farley arranging over for that stop. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 36. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll get it up to the 44. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on second down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
Thrown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here we go. Wait, take.
Dak now from the gun. He's on the move. And he's not going to escape this. The Jets drop him. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
This guy, Kate, he can create. He really is good out there. He's skilled when it comes to getting outside the pocket, which makes it all the more impressive. They contained him so well when he was clearly looking to generate something with his legs.
Third and long, Prescott. That's complete inside the 35-yard line. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue. From the gun is Prescott. Getting out to his left. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Yeah! Then we're going to 53. Wait, take.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10.
Wait, take.
Another carry for him. And he's able to push this down to the 12. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Prescott here from the gun. That's much too high and out of the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. So now they have 3rd and short. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. Now out comes the field goal unit as they try this one. This a 39-yarder.
After I'd imagine dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights. And of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Lisa 24.
They give up the gut to Bigsby. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
They'll run now on 2nd down. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man, and you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7.
Hey, go, go! Hey, I'm gun. 13, Lou. 11, Agate. Red.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. All in left side. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Jacksonville in punt formation. Got 49 on his first punt. This one looks even longer.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. He takes a pop, and the ball comes out. Jags pick it up. He cuts it right sideline. There's room to run. And the nightmare continues as they bring the fumble back for a touchdown. The Jaguars are running them out of the building. Well, Brock, you and I know after that first turnover, they were able to take back. They were looking for another one, and lo and behold, they found it.
You felt it. I felt it.
Yep.
Everybody in the stands felt it. It wasn't just good enough to get the takeaway. They wanted to one-up what they did earlier, and look at the celebration now.
That one splits the uprights. And the Jaguars grow their lead yet again. Nice little energy on their sideline after that fumble return scored. And with plenty of energy, he'll send this one away.
The Patriots
And that one. The end zone for a touchback.
30-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Yeah, here we go.
Here's Dak. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, I'm really not sure if that was an intentionally brave play to challenge double coverage or just simply not seeing the two defenders. Either way, what a tremendous throw and catch that earns some momentum.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. That's caught for the first. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
And he'll only get this to the 26 before going down. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8. Prescott will look to throw. Hits his running back. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and there aren't a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Caught near the goal line. And they get this down to the 7-yard line. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal. It's the 2-minute warning here in Jacksonville. Patriots just want to get out of here with how this one is gone. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
Here we go, 46, 46. Yeah, here we go.
They'll try and punch it in. Gets in. Touchdown, New England. The Patriots making the scoreboard look a touch better. They're out to try and tack on the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Patriots cut into the lead by another point. The Patriots kick team out there as they send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. Finds some space. He's past the 30. Some good work on that return. Brock gets this up to the 33. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
You got to expect the timeout is coming any moment now, right? If you want another shot with the ball, you'll need every second you can conserve on that clock.
Lining up to take a knee on second down. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
Okay, time for the defense to think about getting that ball back, and this is where you've got to conserve every second. Got to expect the timeout coming any moment now.
Setting up for the kneel down on third. They take a knee, and that's going to force that defense to burn a timeout if they want to save any clock here.
They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Jaguars come away with the win in this one. And they end the season on a great note, Brock, with a W in the final chapter of this year's campaign. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. It's a win for the Jaguars as we bid farewell from Jacksonville.